5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning. Sun not up. Dead end. Street. Where I live. Henry Street, Leichhardt. And this is the park opposite. Big park opposite. Dead end up here because there's the bus depot and the park and a field and a school all closed off. But, you know, we are not closed off because, you know, we are in a matrix that, as you can see, I'm just going to let the pictures speak because I don't know what's going to happen here, but it is 5 o'clock in the morning. There should be hardly any traffic around. And what are we going to get? Yeah, we are going to have people coming around. Where are they all going? Are they real? Is this car down here? Look, this is 5 o'clock in the morning. I know because I've lived here for years. There's a plane coming over there too. Not going to come out. Let's just see what happens. Because I don't know. Birds chirping. And I'm at the end of my street. That's my street there. Henry Street, Leichhardt. I live at number 3, 34 to 36. Yes, we have an extra bright light there that they put on the corner there just not long ago, which does tend to get in your eyes a bit. I mean, it's well and good. I've always said that Henry Street didn't have enough street lights, my street, because I could almost fall over halfway down where I am. On that side there. I'm on the side there. See where that light is? I'm looking at the entrance to Henry Street here. I am on that side, the left-hand side as you come into it. We're going to have some matrix action now. That's another thing too, is that I'm not even looking because I'm so embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for myself standing here photographing traffic, trying to show something that is not really that visible in a way, and yet it is very visible when you're aware of it. Okay, so we have our noisy matrix lot from down Henry Street leaving, and we're going to have the buses piling out now. There's no reason for all these buses at 5 o'clock in the morning to pile out at the one time. That is not normal. And they're extra bright lights that we have on the buses now so that you can see them 100 miles away. And the exorbitant amount of, yes, bus drivers that come and go. Are they real bus drivers? I have to wonder about that. That bus depot is a mystery to me now. It is now starting to become a mystery, this bus depot, to me, because it has, you know, in recent years, when I say recent years, I mean over the last few years, ever since the Matrix opened up to me, this bus depot has become like, very busy, shall we say, whereas in the past it was not. This is going to make, I think, a good video. Only because I'm just going to say that don't watch it if you think that my traffic videos are a little on the mundane side, which they are, I know. But what I'm trying to say, I should be filming here and not getting, I'm getting a bit agitated because it isn't very relaxing doing this, knowing that you know and they know sort of thing, the matrix. So it's like that. So it is a little bit... Now see this car down here just pulling up with its lights at 5 o'clock in the morning. See, these cars that pull up all around Henry Street here, they are not natural driving cars. I'm getting angry here. I can't help it. I'm very sorry. But this car coming up is a matrix car that is not going anywhere except to patrol. This car coming out of my street, you will see an exorbitant large number. Now this is a car going up to an empty bus depot. Why is a car going into a bus depot? You know, buses go into bus depots, not cars. They never went in there before a few years ago. This is what I'm saying. This, look, see how it's coming alive. You won't think this is abnormal because you'll think this is normal. That car just went up and down for no reason. That is like just patrolling. This car is going to pull up in front of me here. Watch it pull up in front. No, it just slowed up. But it is going down. This is a dead-end street that I live in. You know, with a limited number of houses. It's not... There is too much traffic, too many cars. Too many cars even parked down the street for the number of houses. Because they don't belong here. Because it's a matrix. And because they only, for their own reasons, converge, surround real people. Look at that truck down there. Look at the lights on those trucks. That truck, that is a huge truck going down Norton Street. In the past, you never saw semi-trailers or huge trucks go down Norton Street. Never. They're coming alive now. Look, you might not think this. This car is going to go straight up. It doesn't mind because it knows I know. And I do know. That's right. You just go round the dead-end little lane at the back of my street, where there should be only very few. I don't even know what that bus is doing. But, you know, what I'm trying to say is, watch this car where it's going. Watch it come up past me, going into a bus depot. It won't even go into a bus depot. It may even just go down the lane. There is no reason for any cars to go down that lane. Maybe one or two, because they're all parked down Henry Street. You can't, you know, what I'm trying to say is if you really understand that there are another car going up. There should be practically no cars going up here at all. That's gone down the lane. They're just making fun of me. They're converging around to show you their matrix this morning. Look at this car, what it's going to do. And there's another one coming out of Henry Street. This is not normal. Another one. I can't believe this. What have we got here? Cars coming down. Oh, they're really going... Okay, so I'm in trouble here, actually. Wow. Okay, so I think... What is going on here? What is going on? Okay, so let's be obvious here. Let's just back right into it. Sure. Oh. Okay, I'll have to go further up. I'm getting into trouble. If I wasn't already in a predicament in this matrix, there's no way that I would be filming this, to be honest, but it makes no difference, you know. But I think I might try and move somewhere else, because These people are just... Why is that car coming out? You know, I'm just going to go up here and... I don't know if I can explain it, but there is no reason for all these cars. As you can see, the bus depot is just there. This is a park, a huge park here. No houses. One house here on the corner. Another one. Not sure whether it's even... Look at it, slowing up in front of me. Deliberately stalling and manoeuvring around in front of me at this time in the morning. Now it's going to park in there. There is no reason for all these cars. No reason for all these people. Yeah, well, okay, so that person is going to pretend they're going up to the bus depot and a bus driver. And okay, so the odd one, yes, you would see. But of course we have these fluorescent jackets and things they wear now too. And what's going on here? Why are all the lights so bright? What has happened to this reality? Why is it I have got lights in my eyes all the time? You know, like in the past, yes, okay, it is still almost coming up light. I'm getting cold here. But why... The buses normally wouldn't have these bright lights on when the sun is almost about to come up. Look, it is not normal or natural to have all these lights on all the buses and things. It is mentally disturbing for a human being to be in this reality now. There we have the one eye headlight down there on that car. Can you see it? It's probably not coming out. Why has the bus got so many lights on it? You know, like in the past, they didn't have all these lights. Before a few years ago, they didn't have all these lights. It's a different world. It doesn't seem like much, I know. I know I'm not making any sense. I'm not proving or saying anything. What I'm just saying that, I don't like the fact that... Look, why are all these cars coming out of Henry Street? That van coming out there. Where did that van even come from? I actually checked the street before I left it. And there was no van in the street. Watch this car slow round in front of me and park. Why are all these cars parked along here? Why are all these cars parked along here? Why is this car doing this? Why are all these cars parked along here? That is a park opposite. A park. The sun is soon going to come up. See how it's getting a little bit lighter there through the trees? That is a park that takes up the entire distance of this street down here. This car is now pulled in and now going to pull out backwards and forwards in front of me. That is just matrix madness. But if you're a human being, it comes across as closing you in, and it has an intimidating, harassing effect on your on yourself. And it would have an effect on any person if they were aware of it. You know? Is it coming out that that is a bike? That is a bike going up into a bus depot for? And why do they have to have these bright lights? Why is a bike rider going into a bus depot? You know. And why are there so many... I'm just going to let the visuals speak, but see, unless you saw this bus depot and this street, another car pulling in front of me, backing in. Is there even room for it there? Why is it backing in? Why is it pulling back out again in front of me? What is it trying to prove? What is it trying to show me? I know how I feel about it, but why is that car flashing the lights further down? Like, why are they all... It's going out again now. What is it doing? I'm sorry to be getting agitated. What is going on here? Why are all these people... So many strange people that you see around. They all wear the same outfits. And here we have a bike rider going up into a bus depot, flashing the lights too, you know. Because Matrix people can't see, you see. They can't see where they're going unless they have these extra bright lights everywhere. Another car going round into Henry Street. That car does not belong in Henry Street. A car down there. See how these cars now have these... I just turned them off because... And this car that pulled in is now just going to pull out, that you saw pull in. Is that not strange? Is that not strange car activity? Why are all these car lights so bright? Why are they in my eyes all the time? Why was it that I used to be able to walk down these very streets like of a night time and be comfortable with the cars going past me? Now I can't even see sometimes what I'm actually looking at because the lights are in my eyes, because the car lights are so bright. Now I don't know if I'm making sense here. You know, I don't know if I'm making sense here. Oh, I missed something there. It's coming light now, as you can see. Look, see how the sky is clearing? Another car pulling out of Henry Street. How many cars go down a small dead-end street at this time in the morning, pulling in and out? They don't belong here. Are we going to have a van come up? Where is this van going to go? You're going to go down Henry Street, where you certainly don't belong, or are you just going to haul up right in front of me? Okay, let's be obvious. Another person coming up behind me. Are the jackets coming out with a light? Bus. Oh, we have the moon up there. I did not see that. I missed another car going down Henry Street. Are you keeping track of the number of cars that are going down? Bus coming past me. Okay, so at this time of the morning we expect to see some buses coming out. That's right, flash your lights at me as you're going past. Why are you flashing the lights at me as you're going past? Why have you got 4 big bright red lights on the back of a bus when the sun is now starting to come up? The moon's just gone behind the cloud there. Doing. Why is that car parked down there that you saw the van pull in? The bright lights, they've still got his headlights on, and he's just going to sit there with the headlights on, with one headlight actually, if you really look at it, because that's all I can see. Okay, another car coming out of Henry Street. There are not only more cars than what there are houses, but why are they all coming out just while I'm here at this very early time? And this happens all the time. Doesn't matter what the time is. I think I might move further up. But actually, you know, see, I'm not allowed to be on the street, you know. That's what it comes down to, because this is just like what is this person doing? Like, he comes down, this person, see this car, he comes down, fiddles with the door handle, and now going to walk away. That is not rational behaviour for people to have. This truck, this van, is now coming up that was parked there in front of me. Is this a matrix? Or is everyone very strange now? And now it's going to go into the bus depot after it pulled up and sat there in front of me for that time. Did you see it? Is it coming out? I should be getting closer, but I don't like to get too close to the vehicles, to be honest. And I must... oh, there's the moon up there. It's not going to come out, I don't think. But the moon is up there. The sky is starting to come light. There's a plane going over there. Maybe it will cross the moon. I think it is. It's going to cross the moon. There you go. What do you know? And here we have another car going up into a dead end into the bus depot. No, it's going to go down that street there. There is nothing down there. It is a park. This is a park. At the back of that park is empty, abandoned not bus sheds, they're like tram sheds, and a school, and a field. It's many hours before school opens, as you can see. It is not even light. It is just another car coming up past me with its lights, blinking at me as it goes. Is it coming out? No, going around the corner there. To nothing. There is nothing around there. There's nothing around there. I'm losing it here. I'm very sorry about this. Bus coming out. The sun is nearly coming up. Perhaps you can turn your lights off. Matrix people, this matrix reality now, these matrix people need extra bright lights because they can't drive or see like they used to normally. Even lights on the side of the bus. Why do you have to have lights on the side of the bus and on the side of all the trucks? This was not in the old reality. Another bus coming out. I don't know if this is coming out. And I shouldn't be speaking here at all. I wasn't going to say anything. Perhaps I'll turn it off and try again. Not in service bus. Did you see the front of that where it says not in service? So now we have not in service buses. Look, I'm just standing here in the one spot. There's a dead end street there, one house there, a bus depot there. All these cars that are coming up past me at this time in the morning, where are they going? Is it going to go into the bus depot or round the corner? Flashing its lights as it goes up through the thing there so you see it. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what anyone says if you say that there's a reason why they flash those lights. I don't care. It is matrix antics. Matrix trying to draw attention to themselves in this reality so that a human being notices it. It is not for road safety. It is not for any purpose whatsoever. I don't care if you say there is some... I don't care because I know that this stuff did not happen before. It didn't happen in the past. It's only been happening over the last few years. It's a different Leichhardt around where I am in Sydney, in the suburb of Leichhardt. I'm going to go down to the corner here if I can. Look, this is the park. See, I'm trying to explain it. And I'm sorry that I'm losing it and not... I'm going to start again. I'm going to push this stop and going to start again. There's another bus coming out. There's too many buses coming out, okay? There's too many buses coming out. They didn't pile out like this at this time of the morning in the past, okay? No, they didn't do this. They didn't do this. They do it now. One bus. Another not in service bus hitting the road. So we now have buses. That is just showing you the matrix, but believe it or not. See, can you see not in service written on the front? Is it coming out? Probably not. not in service. Well, at least this one's got city written on it, so it is going to go from here to the city. That's more like it. At least we've got one legitimate bus on the road. And we've got a van pulling in there behind me. I don't know whether this makes any sense to anyone. It probably doesn't. What is that van going to do? Why did the bus flash its lights at me? Is it coming out? There's no reason for the bus to flash the lights at you going halfway down the street. Why is this van still here with its lights on? See, with its lights still on and pulled half out? It's not even pulling in. And we've got more Matrix cars coming up. They're Matrix cars. They're not normal cars. I'm not going to bother with any people that I see. Matrix car going up into the bus depot. Another Matrix car will going round into Henry Street. That van that pulled in is just pulled in and now just pulling out. See? Is this not strange? Is this normal? For a van to pull in front of me there, just for half a minute and then pull out. You've seen it. Why are all these cars coming up? Why are they coming up? They shouldn't be coming up. There's nothing there. And why are they going into a bus depot? It's only buses in a bus depot. They never had cars in a bus depot. There's a car park on the side for any cars for the bus drivers. I know that some people will say there's a rational explanation, and here we have a car coming out of the dead-end lane at the back of the street. There should be one or two cars parked down there at the most, because they all park on Henry Street. In fact, you have sometimes so many cars parked down there, which I could show you now, more than what there are for the number of houses. Another not in service bus hitting the road. Not that that matters, but and as you can see, it is starting to come light. I'm going to go back down Henry Street in a minute, because I'm not going to go any further than here. So you're getting a very limited view of a matrix. But at the same time, is it making any sense? Probably not. There is a person coming up here. Why do you need a fluoro jacket in the middle of the day? Maybe I should be just crazy enough to ask him why he needs a fluoro jacket when it is now coming light, because they wear those fluoro jackets all through the daylight too. You know, like, what is the point of it? Is it just to draw attention? Everything seems, in this matrix now, everything is lit up and like, take notice. And when I say take notice, that's what they want you to do. They want you to be drawn into and engulfed by this matrix, which it does. Because you can't come out into a real world and relax. A truck coming up. Where is the truck going to go? There's no reason for a truck to go down Henry Street. But he will go down Henry Street. See? There's no truck drivers. Oh no, he's just going to show you himself too. Watch this. Watch it. Watch it. See for yourself. What did he do? He come up a street, turned around in the front of my street where I'm standing here, and just turned around and went back. That is just a matrix car manoeuvre showing you what they are doing. What is this car doing here? Why is it pulling in? Why are these cars pulling into a park? They're not going to go into the park. See, this is a park that goes all the way down. See how he will pull in and out very obviously in front of me? Now he's pulled away. What is he doing? Are you watching the antics of these matrix people? Watch it. Oh, you're going to say, no, she's going She's shouting into the mobile like a lunatic. Yes, I am a lunatic. Someone mentioned the words. Well, the moon is now gone behind the cloud there, even though it's now coming lunar. Because the moon is lunar, isn't it? Lunatic. Well, okay, so I look a lunatic. But of course you're a lunatic in a matrix because it's a mad matrix, so they make you a lunatic. I don't want to be standing out here. Why are all these cars coming up? Why is this car coming up? Why have they still got their lights on? You notice how it is now light. Notice how they'll still leave their lights on. Most of these cars will leave their lights on all day if they're making cars. That bus, you've still got the lights on the back too. Not as many on the sides, but I'm starting again because I'm too loud. Another not in service bus past me. Daylight coming up now. Bright red lights. Red is the colour of the matrix God. So we have them, every car on the road has the red lights. But they have more red lights than what they used to. Bike rider going down a dead-end street, but that doesn't matter. We have more of the bike, and they all have the lights on. Car going out. Too many cars for a small dead-end street coming out, flashing the lights down there. Is it coming out? Probably not. I'm looking a stupid fool. And I feel like a stupid fool, and I'm losing it here. I'll have to start again. And because I need to make a calmer, more, but like, okay, so maybe I am feeling it. I feel a loss at this time, so perhaps it's not just a loss of my reality and a loss of my privacy and a loss of my sanity and a loss of being able to just live comfortably in reality. Yes, I can see a bright green jacket even down from here. You see, as a human being, you take it all in. Another bus coming out. Are the matrix buses? Yes. Transit system is written on the front of that bus. Does that make any sense? He's not going anywhere. He's got transit systems written on the front of that bus. Are they being obvious, or am I getting something here? Does it make any sense at all? We're going to have more than one bus coming down here now. Perhaps they're going to put on a show for me this morning after all. I think maybe they are. I think maybe they are going to oblige. I think so. I think we are going to have... Okay, so now we have a car right in front of me. What in the... I'm sorry. Bus. Another bus. Not in service. Not in service. I'm going to get bowled over here. Did you read my mind? They can read your mind, because the thought crossed my mind, you see, and they read it. And they don't want to be caught out. They only want to catch me out, and you out. Another not in service bus. Maybe I'm just doing a local Leichhardt bus depot survey or tourist guide that shows you that we have the best bus service in Sydney. Oh, it's coming up. Oh, sorry about that. I went to move, but my leg didn't want to come with me, so unfortunately. Oh, look, here we go. Here we go. One bright headlight, a little bit brighter on that bus, won't come out, but it is so to my naked eye anyway. Oh, I'm going to have to fold up because this is too difficult. But we got All these buses coming out. Not in service. Another not in service bus. You can see that it's light now, but they've still got their lights on because we have to show. Even bike riders have those bright lights on in daytime too, just like on their push bikes. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but when I was younger, in my reality, I don't recall even members of my family that might have had a push bike. My father used to ride a push bike. He rode a push bike for 40 years. I don't recall him. Oh, this is so... I don't recall him even having hardly... I think he had a small little red thing that just glowed in the dark almost on the back, and a small little light on the front for nighttime use. Where did that car come from? Okay, so it's a flash car, but where did it come from? Where did it come from? I'd like to know where that car comes from. I'd like to know where that car is going. It's going into the bus depot. Have you seen the number of cars going into a bus depot? What is going on? Okay, it is now light. You can see that for yourself. I started just before light at 5 o'clock, or just after. I didn't check the time. Where is this car going? Slowing up, pulling up almost in front of me before it goes down my street. Can you see that? What is it doing? It is just showing. It is just intimidating. That is what it is doing. Intimidating. That car has pulled down there with its lights on. All these cars will pull up around. At least he hasn't got okay. Headlights. Please just, unlike myself, calmly observe the lights. That is a car parked, just pulled in, and it is going to leave. It's turned its lights off because it was knew that I was just going to say it's going to leave its lights on, because they do. But, you know. Okay, what are we getting here? I can't see what I'm getting, but I think, what are all these cars lined up here? What are they all lined up for? Are they coming out? Outside of a park? And you've seen the amount that's went into a bus depot. Is another car coming up, going into a bus depot? No, this is not normal. It should not be like this, is all I'm saying. Another car coming up. Where is it going to go? Slowing up into, I was about to say into the bus depot, but it's gone round the corner instead. There's nothing around that corner. It is the park. In the past, you weren't even supposed to park around there. Now they all park and line up around there. I can show you, but I'm not going to go up. Another car coming up. Where is it going to go? Slowing up. I'm folding up and going to start. Oh, another bus. There are too many buses, too many cars. 2 buses back to back coming out of the depot. They wouldn't normally do that in the past. Okay. Another bus coming out. You've still got your lights on. It is now daylight. Not in service too. Where are you going? You don't go anywhere? What are you doing? Where are you going? That's right, you're going very slowly around the corner. Abnormally slow for a normal car driver. And going to pull in after coming out of my street. It is going to pull in front of me, just down here, and park here. Does that make any sense to you? So a car has pulled out of that lives there and is now just going to pull in and pile in front of me there. Does that make any logic? Okay, we've got another bus coming out. Are we noticing the abnormal amount of buses that are coming out of the bus depot? Flashing its lights at me, but I can't film in 2 directions at once. All these are not normal people or normal cars or traffic. Look, another car coming out of Henry Street. This is not normal. I know it doesn't look that abnormal, but it is not. In a normal street in the past, if you had a very small dead-end street, you'd get a few people going early to work, pulling out. Not all at the same time either, you know. Okay, so you want to come round, so I will put you on the video. See the bright green jacket? Is it coming out? Probably not. Probably most of this is not coming out. You see more with the naked eye. You can't understand that the lights hit your eyes and, stop you from even seeing properly because there are too many flashing lights. I don't know how to explain it. Where's this car going? Where are they going? Up to the bus depot. Another one. Up to the bus depot. Are we seeing the Matrix car lights on? It is light now. The sun is up. It's a murky day though, as you can see. It's going to be a murky day though. It could clear, but it's murky at the moment. As you can see, it's cloud. But it's clearing down there. As you can see, it is clear. Slowing up. Why is it slowing up? Pulling in. Come out of the top of the bus stop. We're now just going to pull in down here in front of me. Is that normal? No, it is not. Okay, we have the one eye headlight of the bus, dimming it now, flashing it at me, then dimming it so that I look like a fool. What is this car doing here? In front of me. It is just literally surrounding me. It's nearly going into the bus. Look at the bus come within an inch of me. What is this car doing in front of me? Is it just going to stand in front of me in the middle of the road with a bus that nearly knocked it off the road? Look at this. Look at this. Oh, look at it. Just look at it. Look at that. Did you see what that person did? Now it's going to go around the corner, but it stopped in the middle of the road to hinder the buses. And it stopped in front of me. This is my point. It does all this matrix stuff around people, real people. Not in service bus going out. Second not in service bus going out. It's time they took their lights off. That car that went round before is now coming out. There's nothing up there. There's nothing around the corner. It's a bus stop by in front. Okay, there's a lane at the back of my street there. Most of the cars parked down here on the street. It's just not, the numbers just don't match is what I'm saying. I'm no good at maths, but I do have two eyes that can see. And, try not to, I'm very obvious out here. I'm not even watching. One eye on the headlight there on the bus, another not in service bus coming out. Okay, so I'm not even looking because I'm so it's so difficult doing this. I don't know if you can understand how difficult it actually is being out here. Another bus coming out with the headlights. Are they coming out? The sky is getting bright. Are they showing they are part of a matrix? And are the matrix? Car coming up. Where are you going? Look at the bus stopping there in front of me. This bus should be coming down. It's stopping and slowing up and now coming down. Not in service. Another. Not in service. Moon Man in the morning, it says on the back of that bus. I'm not sure. Make of these things what you will. I can't keep track of it. Of course, it's because, like this wouldn't seem even so, it wouldn't feel quite like this if you didn't know that it is designed to be around a real person at this time. That's the thing. It would just seem like that of course I would still wonder why there are so many buses and why all the whys, I would say why has everything changed? Because I always naturally observe your own local street and your own local area. And I have mentioned some of these things. But now I don't mention anything to people because I know they are all of the matrix. So you just draw attention to things. Okay. Do you see it or do you not see it? And that bus is moving around in the depot there. They're moving around in the depot instead of coming up because they know I can see them, but they're not coming out. See, buses normally in a bus depot, they pull into their spot, park, or they either stay there or they go out. Most buses are on the road in daytime, as you can imagine. Most of these buses are not on proper routes, is what I'm saying. Can't actually prove that. This is the first break we've got. This is how it should be for reasonable periods of time at this time. Or even if it was, I was told there's 14,000 people in Leichhardt. There's more than 14,000 if you look at all this activity. But there isn't really more because these are not people that reside here. And those that reside, of course, are of the matrix anyway. I don't know. Of course, I don't understand I was about to say the mechanics of a mechanical matrix. This car is just pulled in front. Look, watch it. Watch the antics of this car. Please watch. Pulling in front, outside of a house that it doesn't live in. It won't go, the people won't get out and go into the house. The lights are dim on that car, but it is just pulling in front. It's not even safe to park there because it's right on the corner with the buses coming down and cars coming out of the street there. But it is going to park there right in front. That is what matrix people do. That is their life. Their life is to suppress normal people's life. That's what their life is. They don't have a normal life themselves. Okay, so that fella is now going to get out. He's got the green jacket on too. Can you see it? That everyone has these green jackets on, either orange or green jackets. Why? What is almost... And I won't tell you what I saw yesterday when I was walking back from the shops just through this park here. You know, I won't even mention it. Maybe another car in the depot. Not going to come out that it turned its lights on as it was going in there. This is a matrix truck going up into the depot. Fake matrix pram pusher over there. I have to say it. I'm sorry to say it, but it's true. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if there's a doll in the pram. Actually, there isn't. They do actually, everything does tend to look legitimate, but it's not. There's lights flashing off those cars and this car is coming up. Broad daylight now, as you can see. The only thing we don't have is any planes. Well, okay, so today they will turn up, of course, but perhaps they're going down the lane, that one. I've mentioned the lane before, that there should be nothing going down that little lane. There should be only one or two cars at the moment. Where are all these cars coming from? They're coming out of a dead end. You know, they're not going to the park. Another car come up. These cars, just look at the numbers. And like, oh, come on, look at the numbers. Going round into the dead end little lane. They don't belong in those houses. All the cars that belong in the houses down Henry Street are parked down Henry Street. You know, either that or every house has 10 or 20 cars per house. Well, is that possible? Okay, so we're in a matrix, so yes, it's possible. Okay, tell me, I'm wrong. This is a normal reality. Okay, we're having another car coming up. Up into a bus depot, a small car going up into a bus depot. Is that a car park? Is that a bus depot or is that a car depot? What? And flash your lights, that's right, as you go in. Make sure you flash your lights as you go in. Why did the cars never flash their lights before? Why did they not have these red lights on the back of their cars? I have mentioned this to people randomly over the last couple of years, but I don't bother now because they tell me that this was always the case. It was not always the case. None of these things were always the case. Okay, so I sound like some out-of-touch person that has not known what has been going on around me for the last, 30 years since I've been around this area. I have walked around this area more than some people. Okay, around the the streets because I don't have a car. So why would I not have noticed the car lights? Why would I have not noticed these things? Why? Why would I just notice them now over the last few years? Why would what now disturbs me and is actually uncomfortable, why would it not been uncomfortable in all the other years when I've walked along the busy main roads? Because I didn't even avoid the main roads. I didn't mind them. Because although they were busy, watch out, that bus might knock you over, but she knows it won't. Because it's all coordinated matrix stuff. Okay, so let's have the back-to-back buses. Not in service, back-to-back bus with its lights on. Another, not in service. I can see it with my naked eye, but you won't see it until it comes past. Oh, they're tempting me. They really are. Yeah, that's right. You better slow up. You better slow up. And they're quiet this morning too. Very quiet. The buses are normally not quiet. They're relatively quiet. That's not something that I can show unless I see flashing the lights in the distance there to draw attention to the bus so that I cannot look down the street without having to see those flashing lights. Moon is starting to break through. I can't believe the moon is still up there. The sky is starting to look almost a bit pretty. It will probably clear today, I would say. But will it be a good day in a matrix? No, whereas it should be. The moon is trying to break through. I think that in the old reality, I would have thought that was kind of okay, you know. We've got a lot of big trees because it's a very big park. This is perhaps the better part of a matrix, is the reality that you do have a big park. But, you know, if you go into that park and sit down, you know, you're surrounded by matrix people. That park used to always be empty. I know because I've walked through it for years and years and years. And I mentioned this before. No one ever sat on most of the seats in that park. I know you won't think this is so, but it is true that, and now you see people sitting on the grass. You never saw anyone sit in the grass. In fact, apart from people walking their dogs in the early morning, and you know, because it was more for people with the dogs, you didn't get people staying in the park much. You know, which I often wondered about that because I thought because of my obsessional fears, because I have like car pulling in. Is there a space there for that car? Have you noticed that they're pulling in here? The moon is trying to break through there. It's light, but the moon is still up there. It's not going to come out. I can see it clearly with the naked eye, but it's not going to come out on the mobile, which is a pity because that might have been, it made the sky a bit more interesting as a photo, you know. I'm not going to film that fella, even though he's coming up, but I'm not going to do that. At least he doesn't have a green jacket on. I will give him points for that, I think. Oh, so sorry. Oh dear. Okay, so we've still got down the lane. Yeah, see what I mean about down that lane? Now we have the usual strange parking manoeuvres of the Matrix. That's right, go in and out a few times. Now there's no reason for this, what I would call actually not very, never mind, doesn't matter. Another not in service bus coming out. Very slowly. I'm not bothered. I'm folding up here. I've filmed too much and this video shouldn't go out because unfortunately I've been not calm at all making it. I might have to stop doing it. I'm not concentrating on the filming either, at least because I think it's important to try to get everything in and to frame it well if you're doing a video. You know, because it's hard enough showing things, but if you have the actual mobile going all over the place, which you just naturally do, because although I am trying to show it and concentrate, I am still feeling the Matrix. You feel the Matrix. Let's just see if I can finish this one up here. I'm just going to show that the car lights are still on. Can you see in the distance? I'm going to go just, this is my street here, Henry Street light card. See, I'm Henry Street here. I can see in the distance that the car lights are still on. Oh, yes, plane going over through the murky sky. They're not going to come out. Definitely can't see that, but it's the first plane. Oh. Oh. Are you taking notice? All I'm saying is abnormal. Down the lane. No reason for a truck to go down that lane. There's nothing down there. It's a bus depot. All along there. Park here. You see what I'm saying? No, it is just not real. It is not, it doesn't make any sense. Still got his car light on even though he's got out the car. It's not going to come out. Moon is trying to come through that. It almost would look quite pretty, I think. The moon is coming through there, but it's not going to come out in the mobile. See that little bit of white in amongst that murky grey is the moon. Yes, we have an orange jacket. See, we have these things. The legitimate reason, no doubt. Because you see, we're in a matrix. And matrix people, unlike the people of the past, they have to have bright lights. They can't see unless everyone wears a bright jacket. Everything is about being safe. But, you know, it's not really about safety. To me, it shows that something has gone wrong with people. That whereas they used to function quite well, you know, walking around, driving their vehicles and things without extra lights. Yes, we have to do our matrix maneuver. This is ridiculous. And I am being calm here. That car just went down and you saw it, manoeuvred around in front of me. So why would you go down streets and just then about turn and go back? Is that normal? You might get the odd another not in service bus going out. At least it's more or less turned its lights off. I think that one. It's the only one I've seen. I think that let's just focus on the moon up there. Moon is trying to break through. Almost could look pretty. Well, see how the matrix is getting me? Because I want to focus on that, but look at these cars coming up with their lights on. Are they coming out in broad daylight? Now you can see yourself. They're probably not coming out, but they are on. To the naked eye, they're obvious. They're not in your face or in your eyes like they can be of a night time. Particularly down Norton Street, which is just that street down the end there, which is the main street of Leichhardt. To where just walking home, like I used to do and have done for years and years and years, you actually can't look straight in front because the lights hit you in your eyes, because they are using extra bright lights on the cars. I've mentioned this to people, and they say that that this is normal, this is on all the cars, and that what is that bus doing that bus is actually flashing the lights at me and has still got the bright red lights on. Oh, we've got one normal car without lights on. Except that it is not normal because it's pulling up in front of me. But it's the only car. It's the only car that didn't have lights. Where are all these cars going? Now it's flashing the lights at me as it goes over the thing. So I was giving it the benefit of the doubt of not being a matrix car. But most are. At least around here. If they weren't matrix cars, we would probably have some head-on collisions going on here. I don't know whether you realise this or not, but because they all know what they're doing. Because it's a matrix. Wow. At least that is, see that red bus has got the right numbers on it, a 440, and is going out at the right time. It's the only one I can see that actually seems to be on a normal schedule. Not that I keep in touch much with the schedules at the moment because I don't tend to use the buses, but you know, they have had. Okay, I need to fold up here. Are you noticing? Flashing the lights at me as it goes up broad daylight round the corner. Says United on the front. Yes, you're all united. They're all united matrix cars, united in collaboration to suppress real people. That's what they're united about. That car just went down Henry Street, my street there, flashing its lights. Did it come out? I don't care what anyone says. You can say what you like. You can say that they flash these lights for various reasons. They do not. I am going in. I'm moving along here because too many matrix neighbours coming out for my liking, so I shall look, see yourself how they are coming out on the street here. These cars. That is a matrix car. That is a matrix bus. Okay? Have you counted the number of cars that have gone down a small dead-end street and out of the bus depot? If I wasn't standing here, this would not be happening. There would not be this number. That car is just going around. Now watch it. Watch its antics. Watch its antics. Watch this antics of that car. Did you see what it did as it looked at me, as it went past? But it should be looking, because it is just so obvious, because it's draining my energy, of course, you must realise. And now it is going to park or pull down in front of me down there. When it come up here, turned around in front of me for no reason, Some of you might say this is normal. It is not. Not on a continual basis. Not just when I'm standing. There's too much. Another car went up. It is not possible. How can those cars all fit into the bus depot and it's gone down the... Are you watching it? Is it coming out? It is going to pull up in front up there. Yes, there is one spot left because the matrix ones have all these spots all coordinated. They must. Okay, so here we have another one in front. Got a slight dint on the side. Must have, I suppose occasionally they might miscalculate. Okay, I'm going in a minute now because this is too much. It really is. At least no cars. Into the bus depot. Are we watching the number of cars going down this small, quiet, so-called quiet dead-end street? It is not quiet at a noise level most of the time, nor has it been for the last couple of years. It is the noisiest street in Sydney, and look at the number of cars that go up and down for a few houses. Don't forget that there's not even that many houses on the street because there's a big church that takes up a couple of little bits down there. This one is pulling out in front, as you can see. Just watch it. And then when it pulls out, another car will replace it within a very short space of time if I stand here for long enough. Oh. Slowly. See how slowly it will come round? That's just letting you know. That's just letting you as a human being know that you are suppressed and that it is not your suburb or street, that you are not. Look at how slow. I am very embarrassed here. That's putting it mildly. The moon is still, that's why I'm not filming it, because I'm finding it too much. But the moon is up there. It's not going to come out, but that is actually the moon. See that little white little bit of a thing in amongst that sky there? That is that's an interesting colour. Where did you come from? None of these cars are normal people driving to normal destinations in cars. I don't know if this is becoming apparent in the video. I don't know if it's coming out. See how there's all these cars parked down this small street, and you've seen so many come in and out. That is not normal activity for a quiet dead-end street. Nor is the activity of that bus depot normal up there. See how there's bright lights coming up over the thing? Is it coming out? It's probably not coming out clear enough. Oh, it's not even coming out. It's just going to manoeuvre around in there. You never saw cars or buses or things manoeuvring around in the bus depot in the past. You never saw it. Because there's no purpose to that. There's no point to it. I can see all the lights on the cars in the distance there, but they're not going to come out on the mobile. So maybe it's time for me to fold up. Perhaps it is. Perhaps I've been here too long. And they're actually stopped down there. I can actually see that they have stopped. No reason for them to stop. They're all stopped. They have stopped. That is just to let you know that you're in a matrix. They do that. They're stopped. They're still stopped now. There's no reason for there to be a traffic jam down there. No reason at all. I'm folding up. Another car coming out, another bus coming up. What is going on here? Not in service bus. Another car coming out of my dead-end street. That's right, flash your lights as you go past. Because it's broad daylight, so it's important that everyone sees. Broad daylight. Can you see the lights on the bus? I'm just going to walk. They think it's funny. They think it's funny. They think it's funny. They think I'm funny. They think we're a joke. They think it's their reality. And it is. And I'm making this video now and I sound all loud and impressive as though you're on top of something because you're filming a few lights. And the real truth is you're not on top of anything. It is their reality. They've taken over. They've taken over us. They've taken over our minds. They've taken over our bodies. They've taken over our world that's around us. They've taken over the streets. They've taken over the sky. They've taken over everything. We are barely able to exist in this reality. Here we have one. I'm not even going to film some of the things that I see. But none of these people are normal, real people. None of them. There's a few. There's a few amongst it, no doubt. I don't see many. But then again, of course, if you are largely surrounded by a matrix, that's a taxi bus. Not sure. I don't know if the visuals are coming out on the side of the bus. But it's almost as though the visuals pop up on the buses. Strangely enough. Almost as a reaction to a real person. It's almost like making fun. It feels like that anyway. Here we have another yellow jacket coming down the street. Where did these people come from? They are not real people. They are not people at all. They are matrix controlling operatives designed to control and suppress and manipulate real people, designed to make you like I am, agitated and angry. This car, did you see this car pulling out? You saw it pull in on the video, 10 minutes ago? I've lost track of the time, but this pulled in and just sat in there and parked and now pulling out because it's the same grey car with a dent in the side. Is that normal activity? To pull in at this time in the morning, park your car, just sit in it for a bit and then pull out. No, it is not normal activity because none of these people are normal, real people. None of them. Not in service bus going back to the depot at this time in the morning. It's going back to the depot when it should be going out. See, none of this makes logical sense. None of these people are living a normal life. Their life is to control and suppress real people. And that's what they do. That is the end game. slowed up. What did she slow up for? What's she slowing up for? Talk about, in the past, I would say that these people around Leichhardt are just plain ridiculously bad drivers. But they're not bad drivers. They do it deliberately. That car's just pulled into the same spot where the grey one pulled out. But it's not going anywhere. It's not, doesn't belong here. Well, their attitude is, I don't belong here, I suppose. On the other hand, it's not like they actually want you to go either, because you see, you serve a purpose of, oh, look at that sky. Look at this. Watch this. Watch this. Just watch. I don't know what these cars are going to do, but just watch. Because look at it. Did you see it again? Not normal people. Not normal people. Not normal people. How could this van be coming out of that lane? There was no van down the lane. How could it come out of the lane? At the top there. It's just not natural or normal. It may look that way, but it's not. It's not natural, normal reality world at all. It is a controlled, artificial, chaotic, silly reality, in the sense that it's not silly to them. The bus coming back to the depot at this time of the morning when it should be going out. See for yourself. Back to the depot. A 4:40 bus. And I say 4:40 because the 4:40 bus should be leaving and going out into normal daytime activity, but instead it is fully functioning and going back to the depot because, and one is, oh, I can't explain this. Can you see the one headlight on the bus flashing in the distance coming down, and not in service? One headlight bus coming down past me out of the depot at this time of the morning. I'm starting to wonder if even the bus drivers are for real. This car pulling out, well, okay, so we'll let one car pull out of a house in front of me. But all I'm saying is that it doesn't matter. It's the fact that they're pulling out around real people all the time. It is not natural to have all this number of cars pulling out around people. That's all I'm trying to say. That's because it's a matrix, because it's not a random natural reality. And the people are not natural people. They're not natural people. That car, where did it come from? It's a dead end up there. It's a bus depot. It's a park here. It's one house there. Am I making any sense? I've got a folder.